Hey guys, and welcome to Focus Your Ads, where we're going to be talking about Google Ads and a little bit of Microsoft Ads. I'm really excited to go into this, and I hope you guys are as well. This podcast is designed for people that want to run their own ads. So if you're an e-commerce store owner and you want to actually take control of your ads, maybe you aren't at the point where you can hire someone yet, this is going to be the perfect podcast for you, as well as a freelancer. If you are running ads for someone else, maybe you're just starting out, maybe you have some experience in Google Ads, this is going to be a great podcast to either introduce you to Google Ads or take it to the next level. So around, I think it was 2019, I got into drop shipping. So this was something I wanted to try out. I've always been interested in different businesses and online business, as well as even offline business. I actually had a store where I was producing signs cut by a CNC machine. So I've always had that in me. I wanted to try something with online business or just business in general. So I went into a drop shipping course and I learned about drop shipping. They had a little section in there about Google Ads. It really piqued my interest. I started to go through the course and I was able to make some sales here and there. Everything was going great. Actually, I was starting to get some sales. They were starting to roll in. And then I started to run into a few other issues when it came to running an e-commerce store, not related to the Google Ads side, but there were some other issues coming up that I won't get into in this podcast at the moment. So I end up putting the brakes on it. So it was probably a bad choice at that time, but it worked out for me in the end because I really started to dive into Google Ads. That really piqued my interest. And I had some friends that were working in e-commerce stores, actually stores that had been going for a little longer. They weren't drop shipping stores, they were actual stores. And I started to help them out with their Google Ads. And we were able to really do some great things with their ad spend. And the one store we were able to, it was a while back now, but I believe we actually doubled his revenue within about 3 months. So we did really well. And that got me the confidence to start working with other people in the e-commerce space. So at that point, I started to help other people out and I started to charge to work with them. So this started to become my own business. And then from that point on, I haven't looked back. I've really enjoyed working in Google Ads. And I'm hoping you guys can take some of that experience and apply to your business. And hopefully you can get some really good success with your ads. All right, so what's coming up? So we're going to be talking about a lot about different metrics in Google Ads. We're also going to be talking a little bit about news and different items that might come up about Google Ads. And again, the focus is going to be a little more on the e-commerce side. However, I do want to build some service-based business information into this because I really do enjoy that side as well. And I do work with clients on both sides. So we're going to go into different things like shopping ads, how to set up, what kind of strategies we could use, how to control our keywords or search terms, how to ensure we're getting the right search terms, what is a good search term, what are the other metrics we want to focus on, maybe click-through rate, maybe return on ad spend. What are these different metrics? There are really so many different things we can focus on here. So before we end off this podcast, I want to give you a little bit of actionable information that you can use to hopefully improve what you're doing right now. So let's talk really quickly about the difference between a search term and a keyword. And a lot of people refer to, I want to control the keywords, I want to control the keywords. Well, really, you want to control the search terms. The keywords are how you're going to control the search terms. Now, when it comes to search-based campaigns, this is where you can control the keywords. But when it comes to shopping campaigns, you have no control over the keywords. You have zero control. The only control you have is over what kind of search terms you're bringing in. Now, the difference between a search term and a keyword, a search term comes from the user. So someone types in, I want to buy a TV. That's a search term. Maybe the keyword, if you were doing search ads, the keyword you would have typed or had in there would have been buy TV. That could have been your keyword, but then I want to buy a TV is the search term that came in for that. That's the difference. So search terms is what the user brings in. Keywords is what you tell Google you want to show up for. With shopping, you don't get that luxury. However, you can adjust things. Say your titles, your description. There's lots of things you can adjust to improve that. But I really wanted to just hit on the point that search terms, keywords are not the same thing. So if you're looking to improve your campaigns, go down right to the search term level. See what people are searching for. And there's going to be ways that we can control that. And I do want to get into that in future episodes. But for now, just look into that. You can get there by going to keywords. Once it drops down, you'll see keywords, negative keywords, and search terms. So you go down to search terms, and that's where you're going to find all this great information. Keep in mind that we only get a certain amount of search terms. We don't get to see them all. So every time someone clicks, we're not going to get a search term. It's probably 30% of the searches that we're going to get to see, depending on your niche. Say you're in a medical niche, that might be lower. All right, so this was a shorter episode, and I really wanted to just introduce myself. I wanted to give you a little bit of information, kind of give you a taste of what's coming up. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.